Good morning, family. How are you guys doing today? It is Thursday. And today is Thursday, right? Yes. Okay,
yes,
good.
It is.
It is Thursday, and you want to know what? We're going to open up with a win right out the gate because today is the first day you can get your Christmas Starbucks. And Lindsay and I went and got our Christmas Starbucks. Everyone, welcome to the show. My co-host, Lindsay.
Good morning. I went into Starbucks and they had Christmas music playing as well, so you get the full experience.
Oh my goodness, that's a little early. I'm not gonna lie. Like I get the coffee, but the Christmas experience already.
Yes.
Why not? Why not? Let's get this show started today.
We grew out their pumpkins yesterday, and now Christmas. We're just gonna skip November.
There we go. Right. Goodbye, orange. Hello, reds, greens. Oh, I love it. So today is the first day you can get your Christmas in a cup, and we went with what today?
Peppermint mocha.
Peppermint mocha. And have you tasted it yet?
I actually haven't.
Neither have I.
Oh.
I've been holding off. So here we go. Taste test. First taste test.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is divine. I will drink this whole thing, and if you don't finish yours, I'll drink yours too.
I think it could be better. They forgot to give us whipped cream, and that melted into the mocha. It just kind of cuts that bitterness out a little bit.
I also did that extra shot.
You did.
I did extra. So I like espresso. This is a little sweet for me.
That's funny. It's not sweet enough for me.
That is why I am the coffee. Oh yes, Amber, and I'm gonna. You know what? I think on the way home, Amber, I think I should bring you something. One of these. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing.
She should be able to pick out what flavor she wants.
Oh, of course I'm gonna ask her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just gonna be like, you will have the peppermint mocha. No, I'm gonna ask her. She's my wife. Of course I'm gonna ask her. Come on now. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in the social media marketing space. There's a lot going on.
News arena.
Goodness gracious.
Lots happening, yes.
And, I actually got a really big compliment yesterday. A couple people from the church, so last night we served at church. It was a Wednesday night. It's a little bit lighter. There's a little bit more people to converse with. The service was great. The service was just a lot of singing. Pastor Keith brought in a guest. I don't remember what his name is, but he came all the way from Shreveport.
Wasn't it Chris?
I don't know his name. But it was it was a great experience. But afterwards, I had I had so many people come up to me and go, "We really enjoy your morning show. You and Lindsay have such a great banter."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well, thank you." And then Sean Nelson, who's going to be a guest on our show next week, right?
Yes.
He was standing next to me, and one of the guys was like, "Well, how do I get on the show?" And I was like, "Just talk to me. Just talk to me, and we just have to make sure it's a good fit." So he's actually launching. He's going to be launching his own marriage group.
Who is this?
I'm not going to drop his name.
What?
I'm not going to drop his name.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, we're putting together the curriculum now." And I said, "Great. Right as soon as you're ready to launch, I'm the marketing guy. Let's sit down and talk. Let's launch you correctly."
That's so exciting.
So I'm definitely going to, share with him my link. So I have a free 30-minute marketing consultation, okay? I will help you. I will give you a checklist, and you can do everything I'm asking you to do. But if for some reason you don't want to do it, you can have us do it, right? But people need this. People just need to be pointed in the right direction. Some people can pick it up and run with it, like Sean.
You're so good at that, like just giving direction and guidance and saying, this is the direction you need to go. These are the things that you need to take, the steps you need to take.
Here's the checklist.
Yep. You're so good at that. So
thank you.
That's awesome. That's a good fit for you.
And so we have people like Sean who watches this show regularly. And yes, I give him checklists, and he does it. He does it. He's great at that, right? And then you have other people who've come to us. I'm not going to drop their names because they are actually paying clients right now, and they great. You have a checklist. I'll just go do it.
Yeah.
You have a checklist.
Let me know how much it costs.
Yes,
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Exactly. And I love that. I love being able to give people, business owners, and just marketing individuals the flexibility to be able to do that, because it provides a great value no matter what direction they go. And it's fun. For me, that's fun. So if you're like, I don't know how to do marketing, I don't know what steps I need to take, call me. I'll give you, I will help you outline it, and you can do it yourself. Or you'd be like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was that much work. I'm going to hand that to Lindsay, and Lindsay's going to task it out to me and the rest of the team. So well, we're going to go into a little bit of news now. Okay. So, yesterday, Facebook had another hiccup. And I do not know why, but now we're starting to see a bit more of a trend here where their messaging went down, and that was across Facebook and Instagram. And yes, it affected people in the United States, but it was amazing the outcry that again happened worldwide, especially from some of your international influencers and your international stores, your Instagram stores. This is so good.
Are they responsible for the sales that were lost?
No. No. I don't think you could hold Facebook, Instagram, Meta.
Whoever they are.
which just FYI, if you don't know, Facebook is now owned, the parent company is called Meta. They're going to be set up in the metaverse. No, you can't hold them accountable for that. You're on their system. That's like if Shopify went down, or Google Business, GoDaddy Business Builder went down, or AWS went down. Oh, I'm going to hold you responsible for sales I lost.
That's right.
No. But
crack that whip.
if you were a large enough company to go up against them, like it would have to be in the millions or billions of dollars of loss. And there's no Instagram influencer who's going to take on Facebook, Instagram, Meta.
The source of their income.
Exactly. They'd be like, oh, okay, thank you. And then, but here we go, right? Let's say this happens. If your store goes down, and the very next thing to do is, okay, how do we recoup some of those sales that maybe didn't happen? You should have a good database of the people who shop with you. You send them an email, and you offer just what, a 5% off coupon? Just something small to bring them back. Okay, we're getting into Thanksgiving. If you are a business, you better have your Thanksgiving sale ready, and you better have your Black Friday sale ready. You better have that discount code ready to go. You better understand if it's going to be a 7-day window, a 3-day window, a 48-hour window. Okay, you need to make sure that you have that ready, because this is when things are going to move, especially if you sell a physical product.
What would you say to putting that code out now and just saying it's going to be live from this time to this time?
What's today's date? Today's the 4th? Too soon. Too soon.
Because I'm a planner.
Absolutely. 7 days. 7 days before you're actually going to turn that code on. Okay. So what Lindsay's talking about is building anticipation.
Yep.
Okay. Building anticipation. So when the sale drops, you already have buyers. So I would start that 7 days out. And here's the reason. You're not Best Buy. Okay. You're not a large company. So if you go farther than 7 days, people are going to forget.
Unless they're like me and have any list and have a list of discount.
Right. Unless you have, but even if a small company gave you 7 days, you're still going to be able to plug that in.
Yes.
Okay.
But
if you're a larger company, you could go out further, because here's why: you can retouch them. You have the capacity to go out and retouch them.
True. Yes.
Okay.
That makes
with a small company, you need to warm them up to the discount, but I really wouldn't start it more than 7 days out.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's good advice. Good advice.
Right?
Take it, leave it.
And here we go. So next thing we're going to talk about, there was a big uproar before COVID and during COVID about people who work at McDonald's, Wendy's, so some kind of a fast food burger place. They're like, we want more money. We demand higher hourly wages. And I get it, right? I get it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is you better be aware. What you need to be aware of is this robot named Flippy. Okay? And this is the first gen. All right. And if you want to invest into Flippy, if you want to be one of the investors, you can actually invest into Flippy right now.
Really?
Yeah, you for like $100, you can buy in and like own a share of this robot that's about to revolutionize things. Yeah. And here's what this is. Flippy flips hamburgers.
Yep.
I don't need to pay a person $15 an hour or $20 an hour, whatever your minimum wage is now in your city. I don't need to pay you that. I can have Flippy flip the burgers. Flippy will put the burgers onto the hamburger buns. It will add the cheese.
It won't.
There's actually
Is there
version
one?
2.0 adds the cheese.
What?
Okay. Now, do you still need a human to put the burger together, wrap it up, and deliver it? For right now.
Right. Yeah. At this moment. Mm-hmm.
At this moment. So if you're a college student, or if you're a young adult and you're like, you want to know what? I just need to get into the workplace. I'm going to challenge you to not go flip burgers. Get on YouTube. Get on LinkedIn, and start learning how to code. Take
coding.
a very quick coding program and get an entry level position coding.
Yep.
Because those entry level positions of flipping burgers and going down that direction, they're eventually going to go away.
Yep.
The bots are coming in. Let's just call it what it is. The bots are coming into play. You've raised the expense so high, is now more cost effective for me to bring in a robot to do that job.
Anybody seen iRobot?
I don't think we're there yet. I mean, if you watch Flippy, this is a very simple, but it's also complex. I say it's simple, it's complex because there's a lot of cameras, there's a lot of sensors that's monitoring every single hamburger, knowing when to flip it at that perfect time to make sure that the temperature's right.
You know what? That means our burgers are going to be better.
Right? And they're going to be more consistent, which is exactly what McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's is all about. It's about the consistency across multiple locations.
Right. Delivering the same, yeah.
Correct. So so we're talking about Flippy. That's the burger. Next is going to be the fries.
They already have a machine, actually.
Yeah. Do you know the name?
I don't.
Oh, Lindsay coming in.
I know.
So close.
Almost crossed that finish line. But I know it takes stacked baskets of fries, and it'll put it in, and it'll pull it out, and it'll shake it, and it'll dump it into the thing.
It does add the salt.
I think it does.
Oh,
actually.
See? You have to be aware of these things. So if you're looking at getting into this, you need to go into coding. You need to go in robotics. You need to go. It's going to change the younger generation where your entry level position is. And just hear me here. If you are a young person, hear me out. Your entry level position can change the course of your life. So make sure it's a good start.
Yeah, my entry level position was actually at an ice cream coney and cone place.
Yeah.
And that led to a whole career of waitressing.
So my very first job. Okay, so I did a lot of contract work. I've done construction. I've done plumbing.
Yeah, you've
done a
lived
lot of
like
things.
7 lives,
right?
And how many jobs you've done.
But my first job was
crazy.
coaching. My very first real job, W-2, was coaching gymnastics. And that's where I started to learn how to rephrase things, learning how to interact, especially with kids.
Yes.
And really getting that foundation of, okay, here's the concept. How do I break that down into bite-sized pieces so person A understands it? And learning how to, what I said worked for 90% of the kids, but this one kid, I needed to say it differently for them to get it.
Yep.
And learning how to very quickly process through that. Oh, wow, just had a revelation. Oh, my goodness. Yay.
It's funny. There's coaches and teachers that just don't know how to do that. They're like, oh, you didn't get it? That's too bad.
I actually had a math teacher that was that way. Oh, you didn't do it in the steps that I told you to do it in? No, this way was faster.
That's
oh, well,
wrong.
then it's wrong. I mean, goodness gracious. The school system, and here's what I like about our current school system is I think there's a little bit more flexibility in them figuring out different ways of getting to the same answer. But when I was in school, if you didn't do it exactly the way the teacher said it, you did it wrong. Why? Why is that wrong? If you go into real life, there's not one way of getting it done.
But
There's multiple ways of getting. Oh, I did. I absolutely did show my work. Absolutely, I did. But I didn't go the steps that she said.
Oh, that's
And that's okay.
That's not okay on her part.
You want to know what? It's okay now because it's a memory that gives me grace when someone doesn't do it exactly the way I want it. I have that memory in place. So if my team members don't do something exactly the way I want it, hey, did you get to the right answer? Did you get it done? Great. I showed you one way, but you found a different way that worked better for you.
Yeah, we've
Congratulations
had that
on that.
a few times, haven't we?
We have. And it's needed. You need to figure out what works for you because that's the way the real world works.
Yes.
It's not a cookie cutter, cut and paste environment.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Speaking truth. This is why you got to tune into the show. You never know when you're going to get something gold like that. You just don't. You don't know. And I am going to harp on myself for a second here. You don't know when either Lindsay or I or a guest is going to say something that's going to be like, ooh, that was good. Maybe that changed that lens that you view it through. Maybe it changed your perspective just a little bit. That's going to help you grow.
That's all I got.
All right, we're going to hop over to, and I'm going to skip. Well, no, this is kind of important. So marketing, if you're an Instagram, Twitter user, they have now teamed up. You can now actually get the preview on Twitter. When you post something from Instagram to Twitter, you will actually get the Instagram preview now on Twitter. Did that make sense?
No, the
Okay,
first time you told
ready?
me it was flipped in my mind.
Okay, so you have an Instagram post. You're going to share it to Twitter.
Right.
Before, it would not generate a preview.
Oh.
Now it will generate the preview.
Can you take Twitter and share it to Instagram and have it do the preview?
That is not what I was reading.
Oh.
It was only the other way, and I would say no because Instagram doesn't allow links. You're gonna have to screenshot it if you're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really smart of Instagram because what this is going to start to do is pull some of that user base.
Because when you click on it, it's going to take you to Instagram.
Yep, and that's how they're going to start
smart.
pulling you just a little bit off of Twitter right now, which some people need to get off of Twitter. So another Facebook update is Facebook is going to start allowing subscriptions. So you're going to be able to pay for businesses subscription. So let's say on Facebook. So let's say that we had a certain marketing course or of something that you would pay for monthly, right? If we had a marketing course you paid for monthly to be part of, we could do that entire subscription through Facebook instead of doing it through our website or instead of doing it through a third-party billing engine.
When is Facebook going to turn into a website?
Facebook is the website.
No. But like, yes, I understand that.
I understand that, but
that's not what I meant. When is Facebook going to take websites and just make them obsolete because you can do all of it within their platform?
depending on the size of your business, if you're an entrepreneur, depending on your niche, you might not need a website.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. Let me say it one more time. Depending on your niche, you may not need a website. Now, is that the smartest direction? Maybe, because you've removed the expense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be a case-by-case basis, okay? Because now you've kept everything within the Facebook ecosystem, right? So now that doesn't give me any kind of Google Analytics, Google My Business, or anything or Google Ads within the Google ecosystem. You've also removed the Bing or Microsoft ecosystem, and you've removed the Yahoo Yext ecosystem.
Mm. So you're really limiting yourself.
It's not that you're limiting yourself. You have to understand your business model before you make the decision of, should I keep everything within Facebook or should I make sure that I'm able to expand and grow later? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can look at certain influencers and their entire business is on Instagram. Do they really need a website? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe everything they do is based off an affiliate link and they really don't need a website to sell that. Maybe they don't need a website. They need something like ClickFunnels that is just a funnel generator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
A landing page.
A landing page. Or maybe you go to landingpages.co and you just build a landing page.
Mm-hmm.
each design is going to be a little different for the business.
Sure. No business is a cookie cutter.
Yo, you nailed it. Keep going.
That was it.
Oh, that was it. So I mean, but that's why that's why I have that 30-minute consultation.
Right.
Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to say, great, I'm going to do it all this direction. And then you go to expand, you go to grow, and you have to rebuild everything all over again because you didn't build that foundation correct.
That's true. Foundation is really important, and actually looking at, okay, is this going to be a 1-story building or a 100-story building?
Mm-hmm.
We need to have kind of a vision for that when you build the foundation, because different supports need to be put in place.
Absolutely. And what's the direction you want to go? What is the community you want to build upon?
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot that goes into it. And people are like, oh, well, Nick, can you really do that in 30 minutes? Yes. Yes, I can give you a good sense of direction in 30 minutes. Any expert should be able to listen, keyword here, listen to you, and be able to give you a good course of direction in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that we're going to like dive into your finances and things of that nature. No, this is a marketing direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not telling you how to run your business. This is a marketing direction. Okay? So, on that note of directions, we're going to laugh at some CEOs real quick. And goodness gracious, I maybe it's just because it's Yahoo.
Why?
Because Yahoo is just, man, they've just had so much bad luck. Just the hacks that they've received, the username. It used to be cool to have a Yahoo email account.
It did.
And now it's like, oh, you have a Yahoo account? Sorry. And I have two. I have two. I do have two. But you want to know what? Nothing really important or personal goes there because Yahoo just gets hacked right now. They just do. And every time you open up Yahoo, the amount of ads that you just get inundated with, I just have no desire to get on that platform. I have no desire. But the Yahoo CEO says the Facebook metaverse will track you. They already do. If you have the Facebook app, they're tracking you. If you have the Google app, they're tracking you. If you have an iPhone, they're tracking you. If you have an Android product, they're tracking you. If you have any kind of digital connection, you are being tracked. Even if you turned off.
Guess what? If you have a social security number, they're tracking you.
Right? Big brother knows where you are. The government knows where you are. If you want to live in this first world economy, that's one of the things you're just going to be giving up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's funny when a CEO goes, oh, you're doing the exact same thing.
Right.
Like, don't make a big deal about this.
Don't point out somebody else's spec without looking at the plank in your own eye.
There you go.
You know? Yeah.
Right. So I thought that was funny because it's like who's listening to this going, oh no, I'm going to be tracked. Oh my goodness. And if you don't realize that you're being tracked, I just told you. So don't be ignorant on this. All right. So the next thing is, and I love this. Some people are a fan of Elon Musk.
Some people aren't. Not saying that I'm not or that I am.
I am putting my flag down. I am a fan of Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
I am an absolute fan of him. He is.
Why is that?
He's Tony Stark. He's a real life Tony Stark. People say, you can't do this. And he goes, watch. People say, you do this or you do that, or you can't do this or you can't do that. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. He has his own direction.
Mm-hmm.
And he surrounds himself with really smart people.
Mm.
He has surrounded himself with just great people. Because if you really think that Elon is watching his social media 24/7, I guarantee you he is not.
Right.
He has a team. When it comes to the business decisions that are being done, yes, he's leading the company, but he has very, very intelligent individuals that he's surrounded himself with that are his. If he's the admiral, that he has good captains and good commanders and good lieutenants that are following and helping move his vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and his vision is just so vast. So I love it because you get things like this. Okay.
Have you heard about it?
So first off, have you heard about this? One of the individuals, I'm not going to say his name, from the World Food Program said 2% of, and I'm going to read this directly so you know I'm not making this up, 2% of Elon Musk's wealth could solve the world hunger, says the director of the UN for food scarcity, of the food scarcity organization. Wow, I really butchered that.
Yeah.
Just
You
go
wanna
read
try
it
that
yourself.
again?
No, I'm going to keep going because we're coming up on time here. So Elon replies, if the WFP can describe this through it, if the WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how 6 billion would solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. So he accepts the challenge. 2. But it must be open source accounting so the public sees precisely how the money is spent.
I think the post also, like on the post, it says something like the WFP has raised over 8 point whatever, million or billion? Billion. And 2% of Elon's wealth would be 6 billion. So
Correct.
They've already raised that amount of money. How come world hunger isn't solved? That's what the post says.
That's what the post says.
Yeah.
But I love it because Elon didn't say, yes, I'll do it. He says, yes, I'll do it. And by the way, let's make sure that we have accountability, not Elon's way, not WFP's way,
Right.
but publicly.
Right.
Let's
show everybody.
Let's show everyone what you're doing with your money. If I'm going to give you $6 billion,
because it's the world that you're helping. Let the world see.
There you go. Right? And see, that's it. That's the thing.
But here's the catch. What
Go ahead.
happened? What happened?
WFP back down.
Why?
I guarantee you, they do not want to open up their books to the public.
You're talking about like people being shady?
No. I'm not going down that direction. We're not going down that direction. All I'm saying is I love how Elon was very quick to go, hey, you want to call me out? Absolutely. You want me to help people? Absolutely. I'll do it. I have the money to do it. And then the person who called him out, the person who said, who tried to go after him, right? It's like he thought 3 steps ahead. He was more like he thought 15 steps ahead. But it will be public. That is amazing. That is so well done. And at the end of the day, if the WFP came back and said, oh, absolutely, let's do it, you know he would do it.
Right.
You know he would. Elon put Starlink into space to help people that are in areas that cannot get internet to get them internet. Now, yes, there's a service provided. One of my friends bought it. It's really not that expensive. But you have a man who will put his money where his mouth is.
Right.
And that is why I really like him as a CEO. You don't get a lot of CEOs who do that anymore.
Is that your Tony Stark crush, man crush?
No. Iron Man is my man crush.
Because he puts his money where his mouth is.
No, just FYI, there's no man crush there. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
Business crush, yes.
Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man is yes. Like
Yeah.
if I could build let me rephrase this. If tomorrow I woke up and I had that much wealth, I don't know if I've grown enough to handle it. And that was really hard for me to say.
Wow. But that is not where I was going with that at all. Like,
I know, but I mean, think about it. Like you want to be at this certain place, right? I mean, $6 billion. If $6 billion went up in my checking account tomorrow,
what would you do with it?
I would not do anything for 48 hours.
Let it sink in.
No one would know. No one would know except for the bank. No one would know. I wouldn't tell anyone. And people who know me, like, Nick, you talk. Yep. Not this. Because if that kind of blessing were to come into my life, then that means I better manage it really, really well. Because I want the next blessing, because it's just going to be better.
I think the first person I would call would be David.
David Thompson?
Yeah. No.
No, I am going to be quiet about this.
Maybe my husband should be first.
Honestly, it would probably be Pastor Keith.
Yeah.
I would start there.
Yeah.
But again, if it happened, step back,
Take a breath,
and write out a plan.
That's good.
One day.
You're going to wake up and have $6 billion.
There you
in your
go.
account.
One day I will be able to say, you know what? I can handle $6 billion, and here we go.
Let's do it.
I like it. So yes, I'm very proud of Elon. Not that he needs my praise, but I love the way that he handled that. That was so well done. All right, you ready?
I don't know.
Are you ready? We're going to go into a parenting moment.
Oh,
Oh,
I love
yeah,
parenting
I know.
moments. This is more my world.
CEO business, Nick.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Parenting. Thank God we have Lindsay on the show. Because,
I have no idea what you're going to say, though, so this is interesting.
okay. When kids say something that is completely like, when have you ever had a kid like walk up to an individual, okay, like an adult, be like, oh my goodness, like, you stink. And to watch the adult's face, like they don't even know that they smell. Okay. Do you no? And this actually happened. This actually happened. It was not one of my girls. It was another individual to another individual. And I'm sitting here watching this, and the parent was like, well, like
Thank you.
Well, no. The parent of the child that said this to another individual.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Didn't reprimand their child for speaking truth. And I was very surprised by this because I've seen a lot of people that go, oh, don't say anything mean to an adult. Oh, don't do that. Like, I understand that, but don't speak how things really are. Right.
Is that where it begins?
And that got me thinking. That put my mind down a rabbit hole. Do we tell our kids not to speak truth because it might hurt someone's feelings?
Absolutely. Yes, that's how we've been raised. And yes, that's absolutely why our world is the way that it is right now. Yes, 100,000%. Yes.
So then props to the parent, because the parent was like,
Yep, you do.
You do. Like, my kid said I wasn't going to say it as an adult. Like, I'm not going to go walk over to another adult and go, man, you stink.
Right.
Well, depends on my relationship.
Right.
If it was like one of my friends, be like, bro, you need to go hit the shower. Right. But to a complete stranger, be like, but the parent was just like, yeah, like you kind of do. And the person who received this was like, oh, I didn't even realize.
Huh.
And then I watched them all go their separate ways. But I was very proud of the parent because they didn't reprimand their child for speaking truth.
Mm-hmm.
It was...
That's awesome.
Right?
I love that.
It was just kind of oh, you said it. Okay. And they
out
just moved
there.
on.
It's truth. Yeah.
It's true. Like there was no pulling them aside later because I watched them like walk down the hallway. There was no pulling them aside later. Just FYI, this was in church. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm walking the halls. I'm doing my serving, and one walked down the hallway, and there was no reprimandation. They left.
Huh.
And I really have to congratulate the parent for not disciplining their kid, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't talk like that to an adult," or "Oh, you shouldn't say mean things to people," because I think you're right, Lindsay. I think that's where we've gone wrong.
So I've been in line at the grocery store, and there was a super obese person in front of us.
Okay.
And my son, just, wow, they're really fat.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm stunned. It hits me like, whoa, like, how do you approach that? How do you handle it? Like,
mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't remember what I did. I don't remember if I'm sure I talked to him about it. Like, but I'm like, did I already put him down that path of hiding
truth? It's just something to think about. If you're a parent, I would love to hear, like, how do you handle a situation like that?
Yeah.
Right? Because kids...
How do you explain it to the kid, or like when they're asking questions, like, what do you say?
And how do you handle it?
Yeah.
Because if you say, oh, you're not supposed to talk that way, what direction are you putting them down? Or, are you ready? Or are you able to turn it into a positive? Okay. Hey, notice you said the person, didn't smell good, but could you have complimented their hair? Could you compliment their clothes? Could you have said something positive to maybe brighten their day?
Hey, you really stink, but I love your hair. I think that would have totally went over well.
It might have.
It might have made him laugh.
It might have. It absolutely might have. Or if the little kid walked up and goes, you kind of stink, but yeah, that's a really nice jacket.
That's great.
or do you start with the positive and then end with the negative? Hey, that's a really nice jacket.
Because everything after but is
oh,
not
don't
relevant.
even get me going down this road. We will go down this road. We will go down this road and we will talk for another hour about how everything after but is an excuse.
After but is an excuse?
Absolutely. When people don't do things,
you're telling them to give an excuse.
No. That is a whole work thing, and we're not going to go down that road.
Oh.
So let's stay here. My brain just went
Pew!
Let's bring Nick back into bring Nick back into the lane. I am mixing up my words today. That's what I get for not getting any sleep.
You need to do your octopus.
You do the octopus. I just so you know, if you what does that mean? Because supposed to be like, do the octopus. What are you talking about? There's an episode of Bluey. For those people who have kids, there's an episode of Bluey, and there's this episode called Octopus, and there's a thing, and it's really cute. There's a great little life lesson in it. So well done.
Yes.
But no, I've been, you don't get your sleep. Maybe you just trip. I trip over my words.
Deep breath, Nick. Isn't that what
right?
you said this morning? Collect your thoughts.
But they're going so fast. I'm just trying to catch bits of it so I can talk.
And that's why it sounds like that.
That's why it sounds like that. Some people can't. Some people talk so fast their brain can't keep up. My brain's going so fast my mouth can't keep up.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh my goodness, what a day. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun day. I'm not going to lie. I am so glad we got caffeine. So glad we got coffee. And downstairs.
It also has caffeine too. Yeah.
Yeah. And downstairs, just FYI, downstairs, I'm going to try to save it for a taste test tomorrow on the show, but it may not happen because I haven't slept. Downstairs, Lindsay made some homemade cold brew.
I did.
And
it actually turned out this is actually my second batch.
Yep. And I am like so excited about it. I was like, oh my goodness, if I drink this, I'm going to go drink that. And tonight I am so ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. Early bedtime.
Early bedtime for Nick.
I love early bedtime.
That's how you know you're an adult.
Yes. How do you're an adult when? I love those.
Ooh, that would be a great post for tomorrow. Can we do that post, please?
Absolutely.
You know you're an adult when ... And I'm excited to read the comments because they're gonna be hilarious.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's when it's a treat to take a nap.
What is a treat to take a nap? When you look forward to Sunday afternoons, not for football, but for a nap.
Time.
Oh my goodness, that's great. All right. So, Hey everyone, thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for putting stuff into the comments. Now, listen, if you're not watching this show live, 8 a.m. in the morning, that's when we do this. If you're not watching the show live, still put comments in. Still make sure to like it. That's how we know to pray for you in the morning. Okay? And also pray for us. Okay, yes, this is a lot of fun, but pray for us because we want your prayers as well. All right, that's very important. There needs to be that synergy there. Okay. But know that if you've liked one of our videos, if you've commented in the videos, know that we are praying for you. Thank you for tuning in. You are loved. Bring your energy today. Okay. And if you need a treat, go to Starbucks today. Or if you're not a Starbucks fan, go get some kind of peppermint mocha from whatever store that you love. Okay. But get a little celebration today. Ooh, Lindsay's face. Maybe I'm not closing down the show. What was that, Lindsay?
I just wonder, does Scooters have any Christmas coffees?
Okay, so Scooters, just so for those of you who don't know, Scooters is another chain, coffee chain, here in the Collin County area.
Is it just in the Collin County area?
Well, that's the only place that I drive around and shop in. So
okay, well, I don't know. Anyway,
so but Scooters, I don't know if we didn't go to Scooters.
We didn't. I should research this.
You're going to research this, and then I want you to share it with everyone. So know that you're prayed for. Bring your energy today. If you need a little pick me up, if you just laugh at me.
Today,
just laugh at me today. Just be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to laugh at Nick today because he can't talk. And Nick not being able to talk is hilarious.
It's very detrimental to his ego and his day.
No. It's not detrimental to my ego. I know why. Okay. Now, if I had a full cup of, peppermint mocha and I had a full night of sleep and I'm still doing this, then we have some issues. But no, I am perfectly happy with this. So I'm perfectly happy because you want to know what? Here's why. I'm able to identify it. I'm able to say, you want to know what? I know I'm tired. I know I'm a little off. That's okay. I'm going to own it. And I'm just not going to talk as much today after we get off the show.
Lindsay's going to get a lot of work done.
All right, y'all. We're going to tune out. Y'all have a great day. Just bring your greatness. Know you are loved. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.